180!
Well, last night at the BetVictor World Match Play here in Blackpool, we witnessed two of the best semi-finals I can ever remember in the whole of the game. They were incredible. Michael van Gerwen against Adrian Lewis. Quick fire darts, really was a classic. Lewis come through there. Against James Wade, Phil Taylor had 107.62 average and dominated and showed his authority. So Lewis takes on Taylor in the final. And Charlie, what do the odds look like?
Well, at this moment in time, there's no question that Phil's got to be the favourite. He's 3s on to retain his BetVictor World Match Play crown, 6th in the spin, 14 out of 20. He's near on invincible. But goodness me, last night, Adrian Lewis, that game, as much as anything, it was the pace of it. Of course, statistically, you could argue that Phil, of course, besides the 180s of 16 180s for Adrian, Phil's average was, of course, extraordinary, 107 at one stage after going into the first break. You just almost had to double check. 116, and you could argue, you thought then, had he put the tie to bed, the semi-final, but he hadn't. Because the next thing you know, James Wade's got him at 10-all and 11-all. I think Wade needs great credit for that. But all four players are champions, all four players were magnificent. But we come up with the Battle of Stoke, we come up with, you know, it is extraordinary that Phil Taylor, for I think all week, has said that he felt if he got to the final, that the gentleman, the player from the other half of the draw would be Adrian Lewis. And he's got his wish as well.
Well, also, the first time I can remember, BetVictor are going to do 100% on the final. Now, Charlie, just explain that to us.
Well, that means, in effect, there's no margin for the bookmakers. So if we were going, it's a similar, if both players were even money, we'd be even money 1, even money 2. No margin whatsoever. So generally, at this moment in time, we're at 3s on 9 to 4. That is likely, I would think, when we open this market at 6 o'clock, I would think it's more likely to be 4 to 11 for Phil and 11 to 4 for Adrian Lewis. So in a match, Adrian Lewis 11 to 4 against, but he is playing the greatest darts player that has ever been. But there's no margin for the bookmakers. That's basically it. We're saying, look, it's our final. It's our first final. We've been absolutely delighted with the sponsorship. We've been delighted with everything that has taken place. The crowds have been magnificent. The players have been magnificent. Everything has been absolutely top class. And we're now reaching this crescendo. You know, the easiest thing in the world is to say, well, you know, the king's in his counting house out there. But you never know. We said that about Mike. We all thought it was MVG versus Phil. Adrian Lewis just got stronger and stronger. He may have to get better again. But it was that pace of the game last night, which was breathtaking. Phil won't allow him to play as quickly as that. But Adrian is now not he's a real champion. As well as being a double world champion, he has not had the best of seasons. But you know, statistically now, he's won. You know, he won in Germany. He's won. He's reached the final here. He's getting stronger, but he's got a mountain to climb. That is what you were talking about Everest with Phil Taylor. There is no question that he is the greatest darts player ever played. But you know, from a betting point of view, would you take his 3s on 9 to 4 at the moment? But remember, from 6 o'clock this evening, 6 o'clock we've seen no margin for the bookmaker, 100% book on what promises to be, I would suggest, one of the great darts finals.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Charlie. I mean, Phil Taylor, if he gets out of the gate quick and puts Adrian Lewis under pressure, perhaps the rhythm of Phil Taylor will slow Lewis up a bit, and in my opinion, I mean, BetVictor are doing an awful lot of markets for this final. First double, first dart, where it goes. So keep an eye on the BetVictor.com. But my little tip is that Adrian Lewis will hit more 180s than Phil Taylor. But after 6 legs in that first half, I think Phil Taylor will take a lead because he does it and he dominates that part of the game, apart from a lot of others. So don't forget, BetVictor.com for all the tips.
180!